practice with teammate Tim Kempton.
Yes, they went at it.
Which seemed uncharacteristic of Johnson. Johnson forcing the issue. Call for a charge.
Kevin, you blew your cool. Nice play by Rivers, staying with him because Johnson is tough with that ball.
Now Miller is back. Chambers leaves. 5 seconds left in the half. Phoenix leads by 6. Here comes Rivers. Oh, Johnson and Rivers in a collision. Oh, look out. Here comes Rivers after Johnson. We have a free-for-all. Johnson blindsided Rivers. Rivers went down, and this could become ugly.
It is ugly.
Tim Kempton is holding Anthony Mason. Knick assistant coach Dick Harder was accidentally hit down. And Bo Kimball restraining
Greg Johnson. Greg Anthony punched Kevin Johnson
while he was being held. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. And now Johnson diving on Anthony. Boy, this is one you will not see in the NBA. This is just awful.
Pat Riley's on the floor.
Pat Riley in the midst of it. Greg Anthony, though, took a shot at Kevin Johnson while he was being held.
They're trying to cool it down, but it's still not over.
Now it looks like they have settled matters.
And that's the end of the half.
Yes. Paul Westphal is trying to convince his team to walk off the floor. Looks like Pat Riley has succeeded. Pat Riley's pants have been ripped down the side. And now the officials are being guided back to their dressing room by a slew of security people, and the Suns are hearing it from the crowd. And I tell you, they're very fortunate that the crowd stayed controlled.
Well, we're also fortunate that this timing was such that the half ended. It got the Knicks to leave the floor.
You know, I would think Greg Anthony's feeling was, well, they throw me out, so what? I want to get a shot. But that was just awful. And, of course, we've seen Greg involved like this on other occasions during the season, but to hit a guy when he's being held, come on.
The fines are going to be massive.
All right, we'll take a break right here. The Suns 59 and the Knicks 53. Phoenix, where at halftime the Suns lead 59-53. It was a very feisty first half. The score is not the story. This is.
Doc Rivers was met by Kevin Johnson and decided he reacted. That's the second time that Johnson was overly aggressive, to say the least, in the direction of Doc Rivers, not to mention the mouthing off, and then that just set it off. Doc Rivers, a control guy, as I mentioned earlier, has been forced to lose it. How much can you take from an opponent? And he lost it. And of course, everyone from both benches left, and this thing got out of control. Greg Anthony, off the bench, an injured player, decided to throw a punch in the middle of all this.
See Anthony right in the center in the sport shirt, but he decided to throw a punch while Kevin Johnson was being held.
Meanwhile, Pat Riley's in the middle of that melee on the floor,
and he had his trousers ripped in the process.
This is the worst possible outcome of a highly competitive, terrific game.
All right, back to the wrestling match between Johnson and Anthony, and it was Dan Marley who cut off Rivers. He got involved early, but the guys under control, like Barkley and, as it turns out, Oakley, did not throw punches. They were just looking to try to get involved because their teammates were involved, but the officials now will have the pressure on them as to how they will handle this. Ed T. Rush, Steve Jabby, Nolan Fine will come up with their decision when we return for the second half. Right now, though, we'll go to Bob Page in New York.